So let's start our trading today. I have already performed a detailed analysis of currency pairs and selected the most optimal ones with the most optimal movement pattern and also the payout percentages. You can see them in front of your eyes. After analyzing the movement for today, I came to the conclusion that it is better to start from the channel indicator, and for today, I took Keltner to analyze channel and in symbiosis a fractal. With default settings and two stochastic oscillators, go to it. The first one will have a period of 15 and the second one will have a period of 8. We leave the oversold and overbought area by default. These oscillators are 20 and 80. Let's start with a deal of 500 areas. Proceed and select the first currency pair for the most convenient and reliable entry into the transaction. And here I want to open a deal to increase. I think that the price dynamics will now recover after this correction. Focusing on stochastic with a period of 8. Let's highlight the working area. We saw rising volumes, then there was a price correction, there was a rollback again, and the price movement went into the intra-channel part. There has been an update of the local minimum, and in such cases, it is necessary to open a deal in continuation of the actual trend. But in our case, we open a deal to increase and also necessarily observe an exit from the oversold area on one of the oscillators. This signal will be enough for me. And let's look at the result of the first transaction. And the first deal closes with no problems. There was nothing complicated here. I will change the amount of the transaction value. Now I will put 735, exactly half of my current balance. And actually, let's continue trading and select the next currency pair. And here I will open a deal to increase in the direction of the actual trend. I always get a more reliable signal when the opening actually occurs in the direction of the trend. But here also, the oscillators and indicators show me a good position to open higher. There was a good pullback of dynamics earlier. The movement updated its local minimum, touched the lower sliding line of the channel indicator. In this case, this is also a good signal to open an upward trade. I also see an exit from the oversold area on one of the oscillators. And on the second oscillator, I see a reversal of the moving lines in general. A good signal to open an upward trade. Let's look at the result of this transaction. And the second deal also closes with no problems. I will change the amount of the transaction value. I will probably put 830 per transaction. And actually, let's continue trading. I will continue my further analysis and select the next currency pair. And here I will probably open a downside deal already against the trend. But here I have a new local maximum forming. In this movement, there was also an exit to the outer part of the channel indicator. Here, according to its logic, the fractal should be updated and the further dynamics of the movement should go down. I am also watching. Due to the behavior of the oscillator moving lines, they are all in the overbought area. So I will expect a slight pullback down for about a minute or two. Let's look at the result of this trade. The formation of a local maximum has already occurred. We should expect a downward exit. So unfortunately, the deal was closed in negative territory. At the last second, we had an upward impulse, but there was a rather dangerous entry here. I assumed that the movement could go up further and update our local maximum again. But that's okay, it happens. I'll change the sum of the transaction values. Now I will bet $651.00 per transaction and open 2 transactions. For the entire amount of my balance, namely 1302. Let's start and select the next currency pair. I will try to find a more detailed and reliable entry into the transaction. Let's continue. And probably here, after all, I will open 2 deals to increase. In fact, I think that our price will recover, and I will expect upward volume since we had a rather prolonged price correction here, and the dynamics showed its downward trend, nevertheless updating its price minimum. Our price, it turned around and went up. Then there was a strong exit, the formation of a new local maximum, then the dynamics went into a rollback, touched the lower moving average of our channel indicator and updated its local minimum. Therefore, the dynamics of our movement should now go up. I am also watching the oscillators. I see that they are both in the oversold area, so I will expect an exit to the top. Let's look at the result, and yes, the deal closes without problems, plus... Well, there was a rather obvious and rather uncomplicated entry. So that's it. It actually happened immediately. As I said, the dynamics of movement on this currency pair at the entrance to the transaction was extremely simple. So I fixed an excellent profit and suggest we proceed to the withdrawal of today's balance. The amount of today's profit will be $1,448. The withdrawal operation is being successfully performed. This is how trading turned out in the first session using these indicators. In general, everything was simple and each entry into the transaction was extremely clear. There was no luck in one transaction, but that's okay. I still recorded a good profit today. And also, if you have any other questions regarding the application of this strategy or the indicators separately, in the description under the video, I will leave a link to my Telegram group, also to my Telegram. Go ahead and ask any question regarding trading. I will definitely try to help everyone. And now let's move on to the second trading session. So let's start our second session. I analyzed and selected all the currency pairs with the most optimal movement pattern. Now we have stock quotes inside. Respectively, the OTC market is a great reason to earn even more money for the same number of transactions. Actually, the following indicators are currently being analyzed. Zigzag, Bollinger Bands with a period of 13 and a deviation of 2, and how I use it in most cases, the CCI oscillator with a period of 10 for trading on a minute time frame. This oscillator helps me a lot in general. Today we will monitor the channel movement, local highs and lows, and also observe overbought and oversold areas. Conducted a detailed analysis, so I will be absolutely sure in each of my open trades. Actually, let's get started and select the first one for a currency pair. Let's start with a deal of $800.00. And let's open a downgrade deal here. Damn, it's not a very good opening point. I wanted to open at the very formation of the maximum. But in general, I think that further dynamics should still go down the trend. We had a touch of the upper Bollinger Band. The local maximum was also updated along the zigzag and occurred. The price is rolling back, and I think that the further dynamics of our movement should also go downtrend. I also see a rebound from the overbought area along the oscillator. So in this case, I'm opening a deal down here. Let's watch the result. It remains in about 10 seconds. And the deal was closed without any problems. Plus, great, there was a good signal here, and I hope you already understood the principle of operation of this strategy. Yes, it also works when opening a deal for an increase, but there should already be an exit from the oversold area. And a local minimum should also be formed, and the lower Bollinger Band should touch. Actually, let's change the amount of the deal value. I will bet $758.00. And I will open deals for the entire amount of my balance. Actually, let's continue and select the next currency pair. I will try to open 2 deals to increase. And let's open 2 deals for an increase here. Everything is, as I said earlier, we have a good touch point here in general, and I think a 100% exit should happen. We will highlight the workspace of this touch point, update the local minimum along the zigzag, touch the lower Bollinger Band, and also exit from the oversold area. of the oscillator is exactly why the deal opens up here. Let's look at the result of these two trades. And the deals are closing in a plus. In general, nothing complicated has arisen. An excellent, excellent trading result. For today, literally 3 trades have a good profit. I do not want to lose it, so I will proceed to the withdrawal. The profit amount will be 2130. The withdrawal operation is being successfully performed. So today the trade turned out using these indicators. There is nothing complicated. We sorted out both the downgrade and the upgrade. In general, I think everything is very clear. But if you have any questions, then in the description under the video, you can find a link to my Telegram and to ask any question you are interested in. I will definitely try to help everyone. And of course, good luck in trading and see you soon.